This is the story of Walter Black, a hopelessly depressed individual. The successful and loving family man he used to be has gone missing. And no matter what he's tried, Walter can't seem to bring him back.
What's that?
It's a brain. Mom says yours got broken.
One of the first questions I want to ask is, what are the challenges of directing yourself in a movie?
It's not easy, and it's a very bad idea to direct yourself in a movie. I've been joking about that for a long time. My first film I directed myself, and I said I would never do it again, and then lo and behold, here I am. I mean, you have to have a number of things. You have to be not neurotic about acting, and neither Mel nor I are very neurotic about acting, so I knew that that was going to be an easy thing to... most of my scenes are with him. I knew it was going to be easy to act and direct with him because he's a great actor-director. The only thing I regret is that I usually just get 2 takes and move on, and I don't have enough options.
So you only ever take 2 takes?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Well, on myself.
Okay, of course.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of research on you, looking into the movie, and I come across a clip when I saw you getting an Academy Award in 1989. And you said that this is such a big deal, yet my life is so simple.
Yeah.
22 years later, is your life still simple?
It's a lot less simple, but I think at the basics, at the elementary level, you know, my priorities are still the same. Mm-hmm. Love, work, and family. Yeah. Those are the 3 things. And really, what else is there? I mean, there really isn't anything else. And anything else you do is really a distraction from those things.
Excellent. So then, a great line in the movie was when it was Nora at her valedictorian speech.
Yes.
And she said, everything is going to be okay, and that's just kind of a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. 6 words that everybody lies to you for your whole life.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay. And what if it isn't? And that's, I think, on a film that talks about depression, it talks about it on the whole spectrum. So there's clinical depression, chemical depression. You need medication, and even talk therapy is not going to work. You need to go to a sanitarium, get help immediately. But on the furthest side of the spectrum, there is sadness and in all of our lives. And people die at 40 from cancer, and your parents get older, and your children disappoint you. And what do you do with all of that feeling, with all those unresolved injustices? Do you say, forget about it and go play ping pong? Or, you know, do you ruminate and think about it and try to get through it? And I think that that's the answer to both of those questions. How do you get through it? Is you have to understand that you're not alone.
Hello? The person who handed you this card is under the care of a prescription puppet. Walter, what the hell is this?
Henry, mate. Could see if you can find that varnish we was talking about.
There's another great part that I liked about the movie was the whole memory box. Like when Walter and Henry made the memory box, and then your character Meredith made the memory box for Walter.
Yes.
If you had a memory box,
yes,
what would be the first thing in your memory box?
Well, my memory box would be my movies, you know. I think the movies, not even so much the movies I've acted in, but the movies I've directed. I think there isn't anything more me than that. And yet they're stories about other people. Yeah. But they are the most essential reminders of who I am.
Mm-hmm. And then getting on to the character Walter, doing my research I saw that there was other actors in line for the character. I see that Jim Carrey and Steve Carell. Uh-huh. Why did you choose Mel?
Well, Steve Carell was on the film before I came on, and his dates were in conflict. Him and the director's dates were in conflict, and so they left immediately. And as soon as they left, I jumped in. Mm-hmm. And Jim Carrey was a choice among many, and Mel was really my first choice. And I had to make that decision very quickly because there were a lot of actors circling around the part. I just felt like he had the right combination of lightness and wit, and he could handle that part, that sort of the beginning part that's quite light and funny. But quickly really understand the baggage of struggle and how to portray that on screen in an incredibly deep and honest way.
So with Mel, did you have any reservations with him being in the public eye so much?
Well, he wasn't in the public eye so much when we made the movie. It really was afterwards. But I had no reservations. The right actor is the right actor for the part. I've worked with him, and I've known him for many years, so I know the man I know, who is extremely kind and totally professional and fun to be around, and just an incredibly good friend and a good person. Yeah. So that's the man I know, and that's the man that showed up for work and who gave this extraordinary performance, and that I'm totally grateful for.
And then with the Beaver, I just his accent was fantastic. Was it purposely a British accent that you chose to do that?
It was always a British accent, even in the script. But I think Mel really decided on this particular Cockney accent. There's a lot of Ray Winston there because he's a good friend of his, and he did some calling back and forth.
I actually looked up on Wikipedia to see if Ray Winston done it because I thought he sounded exactly like him. So.
Yeah, he does. Even the gruffness of the voice and all of that. He definitely is channeling Ray Winston, and we felt like that was the right. The Beaver is everything that Walter isn't.
Yeah.
He's working class. He's a leader, he's vital, and he's a no-nonsense guy. He keeps his emotions at bay, and that's kind of the character of the puppet. Walter is the opposite of all those things.
Look here, I'm sick. Do you want to get better? Who are you? No, I'm the Beaver, Walter. And I'm here to save your damn life.
Jodie Foster, thank you so much for talking with me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, my pleasure.
Meeting you, and brilliant movie again.
Sure.
So, thank you very much.
Where do we start?
You start with a good part.